kind of made things a little bit, I would say, not that rookie-ish. Back then we also got CS and Closer, so it's really a little bit more on the veteran side.
Yes.
But this is almost a total revamp of their roster. And I am very interested to see how are they going to change things out, or rather how are they going to, how well are they going to fare against Team Flash. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so far right now, it's going to be a pressure here for Melon as a coach because we have witnessed Melon as an active player. I'm not sure if this is going to be the first time for Melon to actually coach a team here, but so far now coaching most of the rookies right now coming in from RSG. Pressure also into the backlines. Unlike, of course, here on the side of Flash SG, Cartesi, Hades, Vanix here, they have the experience all throughout internationally as well. And Closer and Jay here, despite, of course, new to the roster, they have the experience themselves also in the competitive scene.
Yep, so now let's take a look at the bans. So more or less the same thing, right? Juicin, Fanny, we've got an Arlet as well as Bansia that has been thrown into the banning pool. So far, nothing that is kind of like a respect ban per se. So we'll slowly get ourselves to that. We've got Angela that is thrown into the mix as well. So Yin Sun Shin has always been first pick or immediately banned out. Doesn't seem like Team Flash is particularly interested in the bannings of the Yin Sun Shin.
Yeah, expecting, of course, Yin Sun Shin will still be up for grabs here for RSG, if not being banned here for the side of Flash SG. So now, with the Yin Sun Shin, it opens up here a lot of flexibility in the team, and expecting, of course, Chip right now pretty much open as well for the other team. So usually this is the sequence we are seeing here, Abstract. First pick, Yin Sun Shin, the second pick will be either the Chip there on the opposing time, but anyway, we're waiting here for the teams to come in, but looking good right now coming in from side of Flash SG. Remember, of course, yesterday they have been taken back by Team Evo, and now against RSG. If they win this, of course, still I can say Team Flash is still pretty dominating here in this league.
Yeah. I'll still say that Team Flash is a scary one.
They are.
I mean, let's be honest here. We have the mainstays from the Vanix, Cartesi, and Hades, joined in by Closer, which was RSG, and then we also have Jay, right? Jay has been bumping from places to places.
Yeah,
he's got vast amount of experience.
He is.
And on one of the seasons where they were so close to becoming champions as Flash, I mean, he was there. Jay is not new to Flash. He has been in and out.
Ah, I see. So he is the return of the prodigal son.
I guess you can say it that way.
There you go. Welcome back to the family here. And speaking of which, Yin Sun Shin is not being banned here. So it's pretty much open here for all the two teams here, but RSG has the advantage to pick it priority in this moment in time. But so far right now, Team Flash on the other side, match points against RSG.
So Yin Sun Shin is very likely going to be the first pick here, without a doubt, right, for RSG?
For sure.
For sure. I think it would be a very big mistake for that not to happen.
Yeah, I agree. Again, unless they have some things in mind here for the side of RSG.
I don't know though.
They don't so much here.
Do they have an answer to the Yin Sun Shin's previous game?
With this blade,
Lance
will sweep away all evil.
It's gonna be Lance here.
They are not playing Yin Sun Shin, but they did not ban Yin Sun Shin.
Yep. So Yin Sun Shin,
sounds
Ruby.
like they don't care about the Yin Sun Shin then. Like, they don't care that Yin Sun Shin is annoying hero and all.
You can use the Yin Sun Shin yourselves here, but is this a risk that RSG is willing to take here? And of course, Flash RSG on the other side. Remember, Yin Sun Shin is open. They can have a Ruby here as well. It's one of the staple picks to counter attack those dashy assassin heroes.
Because
Focus has not been taken away as well. And Uranus instead, it will be the priority here for the side of Flash SG. Okay.
Oh. Okay, so Uranus and Yin Sun Shin. So Esmeralda seems like it's gonna be
Yeah.
the next understandable pick for RSG. This becomes a lot more of a divey composition, which actually allows them to play that chip again. Actually, if they really want to.
Speaking of which, chip is pretty much open as well. But will RSG take that Ruby themselves? But no, it's going to be Lunox here once again. And Esmeralda, as you mentioned, of course, Abstract. So the flexibility coming in from the Lunox here can be on the mid and be on the gold as well. So let us see Flash SG. They're going to go for a Ruby this time around. I'm not sure if this is going to be the priority here because they need some luck down here against Lancelot this time around against RSG.
Yeah. So okay. So Lunox is great. Having a Lunox picked up so that they can really deal with the Uranus. Well, in the meantime, Esmeralda has always been a pretty viable option for XP lane. Even if there isn't a Uranus on the opposite side, it's still a very good pick. So this is kind of like a double trouble kind of thing going on. So I do kind of like RG's draft for now. I do like it.
Again, magic.
Payback.
And then magic. All magic here. This is the magic meta, ladies and gents. We are seeing here now burst damage once again for Curtizy here. Very stable pick coming in from this guy as well. And now this is going to be the time for Flash SG to actually ban out here. Lapu Lapu. They don't want this one. Esmeralda, however, of course, there. Are we expecting a gold laner marksman
Who
here
said
for the
there
side
are
of
no
RSG?
shortcuts
Because,
in
of course,
life?
Lancelot
I
is now being
literally
picked.
invented
A chip
one.
has been taken down. Moskov usually been the priority coming in from the
that's
side of
true.
Vanix here.
Yeah, Moskov is actually one of the high ban pick heroes as well, so that could always be an option. I do like the fact that RSG have decided to go for the ban onto Ruby though. I would like to believe that the next ban will also be a Lapu Lapu as a respect to Vanix for a pretty good play in the previous game. As such, it would actually not make any difference between game 1 to game 2 if the Lapu actually still stays.
That is true. That is true. And now, Flash SG here. Most likely is going to be taking out a traditional gold laner marksman.
Fight.
So,
Fight
no,
for the
instead,
ultimate
it's going to be
hands-on
Hilda here. So,
Hilda.
it opens a lot of RSG to go for a traditional marksman. Because, of course, if you have an assassin already, you need that Lady of Insurance unless they want to be very aggressive in the early stage of the game. You want the magic here. Harith, go for Harith.
Harith.
They go for Harith though. But so far right now, Curtizy still has an advantage of this. Is going to be a mid Lunox here. Then the pokes coming in from Curtizy is still going to be an advantage for him.
Yeah, it's still gonna be pretty annoying. And lane priority is still pretty darn good. Between the Esmeralda and the Uranus, lane priority actually goes over to the RSG. So it's kind of like 1-for-1 for now. The only other difference is gonna be, I guess, gold lane. How do they want to do with this? I'm pretty sure that both teams would not want to care too much about the XP, since Curtizy is gonna leave lanes a lot earlier. Perhaps they can play a lot more of an aggressive gold laner, which still tells me that it is going to be a Lapu gold lane.
Yeah.
And for Team Flash, when it comes down to Roma, someone aggressive as well. In this particular game, I don't think that having crowd control is too important. It's good to have some crowd control, but it's not a super important one.
Or if they are going to prioritize the crowd control, maybe Jay Franco once again, and just to stop the Lancelot here.
Sand rises when I give the
Oh,
word.
How can we
Khalid is
get a
aggressive.
Cho also? Yep. Khalid is very good actually as a roam right now together with Cho. So remember, this is an advantage for aggressive roamers actually to go across the map to have additional gold into feed into them. So they have the crowd control that you have mentioned here. Great synergy with the feather airstrike as well. So on the other side, RSG, will they go for a transition on the gold lane though?
Actually, Khalid might be flex here. Do you think it's possible? Remember back then when we still had Khalid, first item, Blade of the Heptasis into the Malefic Roar? Those are the scary days of Khalid. Crazy amount of damage. So technically speaking, it is not out of the picture for them. Odin!
The Swan Song is going to be played here
Okay, they need crowd control.
in this game here. But okay, it's gonna be tricky though. So okay, Swan Song is not CC immune, right? You can't interrupt this Swan Song. You can't interrupt the Swan Song. Period.
Is a statement? You can. Okay.
Yeah, so...
But she does have a dash. She does have an extra dash.
Sure.
But that is also a gold lane Lunox then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gold lane Lunox. Now you have the range coming in from...
Okay.
Lane again, gold
they need
lane.
to deal with... I guess it makes sense. They need to deal with the Odette.
Okay, but the Grok here, especially with the broken walls right now, benefits so much for this aggressive roamer. Damage-wise, especially during the early stages of the game, here coming in from RSG is just way, way good. I mean, against the side here for this Flash SG, they do have the damage capability as well, and the mobility-wise for Flash SG. So basically, it boils out to who initiates first here. I mean, more relies on the Grok. In my own opinion here, Grok with the ultimate on the Odette, it's gonna be scary here. But remember, there's so many things that the side of Flash SG can retreat to. I mean, they do have the mobility, they have the counter as well. Remember, Deadly Catch, interrupt also channeling spells, which is the Swan Song there.
I'm having a tough time to really understand which one is a better draft because it kind of feels very similar per se. They have kind of the same idea as to where they want to go. They will always have an XP laner to open up the map and just kind of like, touch gloves with the opponent's XP laners. And there will always be one mage that's hiding behind waiting to be able to unleash hell on their opponent. Is an either or, right? And in the meantime, the gold laner is just... I don't know, they're just there. Maybe that's a little bit of a difference, right? Ash onto the Lunox will wait for the opportunity or maybe go in and immediately kill Uranus. Well, in the meantime, Vanix on the Bane has a little bit of a difference, is that he's waiting for Odette to appear with the Swan Song. So both the goal laners are kind of on a waiting game kind of thing.
So on how they be able to utilize or the timings on their skill set here, now they execute, of course, when it comes to a team fight as well. When it comes to the later stage of the game, then for sure Flash SG here has greater advantage here compared to the side of RSG. But when it comes to the early to mid, they can utilize, of course, the power of the burst damage here. Remember, Grok's very, very strong here with his ultimate as well as the power of nature that we can witness so far.
Fortunately, Jay wasn't able to get the steal off the orange buff, but that's fine. Jay has got some crazy movement speed, so just walking away from Murphy as well as Oki is not a problem at all.
And remember, this patch, man, it benefits really the aggressive roamers, the collision game, surveillance, gold flowing in, and so far, Curtizi having the advantage to clear the waves easily here in collaboration coming in from Jay as well on his Khalid. But so far, look at his roaming path here. He's just out there behind enemy lines, waiting for the rest of the Flash here to be very aggressive as well.
Top lane though, Taurus, Hoki, as well as PTBL, they're preparing themselves for the turtle fight. While Hades as well as Jade is just hovering around the plane. They don't have anything that can really deal with Hoki at this point, but in terms of damage, I don't think that they have anything.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to wait for the TZ. As such, there we go. Ouch. They do have something indeed, and after all, Hades is that something.
Yeah, perfect timing there for the level 4 Feather of the Air Strike coming in from Curtizi as well. And now there's going to be the bounce back coming in from RSG.
PTBL is hoping that he'll be able to jump himself around with Jay, but unfortunately, it does seem like he does have the quick sand guard that allows him to stay alive a little bit longer. It turns around with PTBL and Murphy going down.
Oh man, I'm expecting RSG to actually dominate this game here against the side of Flash SG, but no. It is still going to be Flash here, just proving the rate here to be the very strong early game composition. Look at the damage again, just flowing out from the side of Flash SG. They've been bursted down. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Abstract Murphy wasn't in that team fight.
I don't think that Murphy was in that team fight. So it's something a bit big for us to see if that actually does happen. 3v1, Hoki only received half damage. To be fair, Hades wasn't going all in for the damage. Otherwise, he will be a little bit too even. So, good call.
Alright, right now Flash SG just brought out here against RSG Singapore this time around. So I'm expecting, of course, Hoki to be the very aggressive Grok this time around. But nope, It was J. Dr. J here just dictating tempo here, and rest of RSG has been spotted with this incredible surveillance movement coming in from Khalid. Bottom side though, Panics here, and as well as Ash, silently as you have expected. Also, all is silent in the gold lane.
They are just doing their own thing.
Yep.
XP laners, they're fighting their own game. Middle lane, they are choking out. They're just like,
It's really a mid lane priority all throughout here. All the games. Where it
oh,
is!
3-man! There we go! Murphy was stunned, but it doesn't matter. Oh,
wow.
he was in Swan Song. He's stunned, but he still continues.
Really?
I think I saw that. Stuns does not do with him. I completely forgot.
Oh. DDBL.
Oh, Jay, you are in a dire situation, but never mind. Ash goes in with Power of Chaos Darkening. Does have quite a bit of damage, but he actually didn't do anything to Closer at all. As Closer slowly walks his way right in the face of Ash. Quicksand Guard over to the side of Jay. Is still in the midst of everything. Both teams, they are just touching gloves with one another, while Katisi pops open with the Feathered Airstrike.
Alright, so this is going to be a zone out coming in from Flash SG here. Again, another turtle takedown advantage here for the reigning champions, and now outer charts simultaneously been secured coming in from Flash SG. Talking about macro plays here, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Flash SG now dictating tempo with 4 kills, and now putting pressure onto the top side as well. All turrets here, except for the mid lane, has been secured.
Ah, okay, high level control effects can stop Swan Song. Alright, okay, we'll talk about that in a bit. As Taurus now currently finds himself in the top spot. Taurus!
And they have a singer, they have a dancer as well, dancering his way here on evading the Feather of the Airstrike.
Oh man, it would be funny if Taurus is actually using the what was it called, the Muse that Muse skin. I'm not too sure whether it was actually using that, but that would be fun.
Speaking of which, wow, it's actually Lord Banks dominating here against Ash on the bot side on the Lunox gold lane matchup. And now Flash SG with his 4-man rotations here from this team. They have just controlled the land of Dawn here early to mid, and now giving so much space here for Vanix to push through on the bottom side.
It's a about 4,000 gold lead in favor for Team Flash. They managed to bring down top lane and the bottom lane T1 turret.
Oh no.
Closer flickers. Closer has flicker? Oh, okay.
And he survived, of course. Me and Flash SG. That is just a statement right now that RSG still needs a lot of damage to burst down Closer. Closer gives so much, of course, space as well as information. Same as Jay here. Look at him behind enemy lines. Doesn't care as well.
I'm pretty sure that he won't be able to touch Jay at all.
Nah.
He's still not exactly super tanky. He's not exactly super damaging as well, but I'm pretty sure that he's built out his Thunderbelt to be able to get tankier into the later stages of the game. Flash, they really want to focus on the middle lane G1, but it's gonna be a little bit tough. Trying to get himself away. Re-enters onto Taurus, but it does seem as though he does have the quicksand guard, so he's gonna be A-okay. Closer buys a bit of time between Hoki as well as Ash, while Hades finds himself at the side waiting for a snipe. Completely misses the mark, as just kind of pushes the rest of RSG SG a little bit further behind, but still no bueno for T1.
Indeed, and this is one-sided game. Look at a Feathered Airstrike there.
Not gonna be ending just yet. The damage over to the side of Hoki will only pick off just a chunk, but not a death over to that side. PTBL puts his face right in the face of Katizi, leaving him with just a sliver. Taurus was hoping that he will be able to clear him off with that falling Starmoon, but a tad bit too late. So now he focuses, rather refocuses his attention over to the Uranus, pushing the both of them up to the top lane. Wet Noodle fight once again and don't really care.
It's just funny to watch here. Man, RSG just trying their best to catch Day, trying their best to catch Closer as well, but cannot do so. Movement speed, sustainability, these two heroes, Khalid as well as the Uranus, is just insane here, and RSG cannot do anything about it.
No one's dying.
No one's dying, man. And speaking of which, it is actually Taurus been taken down.
This but now, once again, two of them crumple down together. Both Taurus as well, or Taurus, Murphy, and Hoki. They all went down almost together at the same time, with Vanix and Jay keeping the exit for Ash.
Oh my goodness, the burst coming in from Vanix on the Bane, follow up with a falling Star Moon. They're gone.
Absolutely disgusting.
Oh man, magic, 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 man.
Magic.
The magic meta is here. The burst is insane. Flash SG is going to blitz their way through as well, taking out our inner turrets here against RSG, and the single inner turret standing is on the top, and they are not going anywhere here, Abstract. They want to stay, they want to fight, they want to kill.
Oh, Murphy.
Oh my goodness.
Murphy and Ash.
Yes.
Both of them just took 2 pot shots from the artillery strike, and they already got 1/3 left.
OMG, sheesh indeed. Oh, so RSG here. Wow, what can they do? I mean, they have Hoki. They can go for an ultimate here for the knockoff, but the damage is enough there. It's just simply Flash SG too much to handle here at this moment.
I mean, that's a rough part, right? Because Hoki is quite literally the only answer for
Exactly,
Katizi to immediately stop that, to stop their ultimate by a flicker and a wall charge. But you kind of need that for initiations too.
Exactly, I
The
mean...
other way is PTBL just rush right into the face of Katizi, but there's also a chance of him dying. And he needs to focus on logs as well, right? So we'll see how that's gonna go, because the rest of the members from RSGSG seems like they want to push closer away, while the rest of Team Flash is focused on to zoning.
Oh man, speaking of zoning here, completely obliterated here by the side. Oh, Flash SG, oh, they're going to go for the concealed J on the other side. Okay, waiting for the right moment to bounce in. Remember, they have just taken the Lord, and look at the damage coming in from Hades as well. Indeed, OUCH.
That's on an Esmeralda, remember that. That is on Esmeralda. If you're telling me it's on Ash or it's on Murphy, okay, understandable, but that's on Esmeralda.
Oh, better dash right once
I
again.
see a flicker! When it comes down to Murphy, he got himself right in the face. He say, you can't deal with anything, Hoki can't deal with it, I will deal with it. Flickers on forward, with the Swan Song, dashes on forward. That is a 1-for-1 trade between the mages.
Oh man, the deadly catch first again, coming in from Vanix, just obliterate Murphy out in the line of dawn. Now it is going to be the siege for the Lord coming through the middle lane.
And now the middle lane, T3 turret will now eventually go down. The Raging Sandstorm, Jay, lands on the 2 as they continue to crumple themselves right on over to RSG, demolishing whatever that's right in front of them. However, Taurus is a little bit too thick for them to handle. As such, Team Flash, they might want to slowly make their way back, because PDBL is dealing in quite a lot of damage over to the side of Vanix. But now Jay is moving himself all the way to the westward. He will still go down to the hands of Taurus. Good defense coming from RSG. They managed to defend the post T3 in the middle lane. They're going down. But fortunately, there's still creep waves that is marching down from the top lane and the bottom lane. So this could be a barren wasteland. It is once again yet another Phantom Astra coming from the side of Kati's managing to get a kill down on the Hoki. As they continue on forward, it is going to be RSG with 4 to 4. No, wait, that's 3 men left. As Ash is now down. Murphy could still do something. PDBL now shifts his attention over to Hades. Gets himself that 1 kill. Dashes on over. Good amount of punches. He's now safe and sound. There's still creeps marching in from the middle lane. Murphy needs to do something about this, because Closer is just going to be wrecking down havoc. And now the shots is moving in. How long is this fight going to go on for? Katizi with the Feather Ass Strike pushes the rest of the members for RNG away. Hoki is recycled back in. Vanix gets a mega kill onto Hoki. And now they are still swarming like ants. This is never ending, because Jay is coming in again. Another wave from Crimson middle lane is coming in once again. And they're initiating again. Finally, they will end the game after a long, long cycle.
That was 4 deadly catches, bro. 4 deadly catches on how long the team fight was. I commend you, Lodi Abstract, for having such a long PvP sequence in that one. OMG!
The MVP coming in from Closer.
Oh
Uranus.
wow!
Dang.
Uranus Closer once again, back-to-back MVP here, showing his impressive EXP performance on the side of Team Flash against RSG this time around. Man, the zone, they cannot kill. Not only Closer, of course, Jay, give credit also to Jay on his lead, but Closer, man, many things we have seen from this player, zoning away everyone here. Even though, man, all magic based in composition here, he is still one of the players that really dominates the zoning control.
Okay, what can I say about that, right? RSG, they did what they could. It kind of felt as though there will always be a sliver of hope for RSG because they have an impressive front line coming from Aoki.
Yep.
They have impressive damage from Ash and Murphy in PTPL too. And Taurus is just an annoying little ant that is just running around all the time. So honestly, it kind of feels as though it is more about the mid lane control and the macro game coming from RSG. They are unable to get themselves turret takedowns, and they are just losing by the minute. It's kind of it's death by 1,000 needles from the Flash SG.
Somehow I agree with your statement there, especially the mid lane priority, that one. They have so many clearing waves here, especially Jay and Curtizi on the combo as well. Now Jay was everywhere as well. You know, Rapid Boots was the game here. It's very quick already. It's very hard as well for the side of RSG to catch him through because there's no really hard CC until RSG will really commit all those ultimates coming in from Hoki, coming in from Taurus, but not enough follow-up damage. We've seen Murphy going to follow up with Swan Song, but then again, it's going to be easy for Flash SG's composition to run away. No hard controls whatsoever we can witness here for the side of RSG, except those ultimates from 2. Oh my goodness, but Vanix, I have to give credit coming in from this guy here. The burst damage, the deadly catches, and the lane dominance as well against Ash here on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, so in terms of damage dealt, this is what I want to see, right?
Yeah.
All around, it's always the XP laners that always deals a lot of damage. So Esmeralda doing Esmeralda things, still most amount of damage. PTBL being a focused style hero, dealing 33,000 damage is still pretty amazing considering the fact that Murphy is playing as Odette, massive AoE from Swan Song, only dealt 31k damage.
Yep.
So imagine 33k onto one person or, you know, multiple different persons in single instances.
But I have to give credit here as well. The power coming in from